Hey guys, it's Sarah from New England Junk Journals, and I just realized as I'm editing my video that I forgot to film a intro. So this is going to be a little bit of a different video. It is my, let's call it, unthrifting video. Destashing, you can use all kinds of names for it. But as I'm going through and kind of downsizing and getting ready for the move, which looks like it's going to be sometime in April. I'm going through section by section, kind of category by category, and deciding which things I want to keep, which things I want to put in my shop or the maker's market, and what things are going to go back to the transfer station or that's going to get sent out as Happy Mail. So in this section, I'm going to do my cookbooks and cooking related things. So that's what you'll see. Let me know though, guys, if this is something that it would be fun to do on a Thursday. A lot of people are doing thrifting videos and I miss doing thrifting videos. And I could do a unthrifting video. Or if you'd rather have it like a different day of the week. Let me know what you think. Anyway, here we go on to the rest of the video. So here is the tote that I have, including a little project box of all of my cookbook stuff. I took all of the cookbook things I could off of the shelves. I may have missed some somewhere, but I don't think so. So this is the tote that I'm going to be, let's call it unthrifting. We have our thrift hauls, and this is going to be an unthrift. So this is super heavy. This tote weighs a ton. So what I'm going to try to do is to work through all of these books and folders and things and try to keep what I want to work on for projects, and then get together a pile of things that are either going to go in the shop or in the maker's market, and maybe I could put together some cookbook packs or the basis of a cookbook pack, and at least start to prep those. So yeah, let's see how far I get. Okay, so I'm going to try to attempt videoing with this setup. We'll see what happens, but this is to show the things that I have kept from my unthrifting, I guess is what I'm going to call it. So I'll show you, because it's all in this black tote or black crate. And I'll show you what's in here. I tried to give myself just this amount. Whatever can fit in this black crate is what I keep, and then I choose between either stuff that's going to go in my shop or stuff that's going to go back to the transfer station. Unfortunately, the transfer station items have already gone. Saturdays is the day that I would go and send those things back, and that was yesterday, and I just did not get time to film it. So you're gonna have to use your imagination. But I'll show you the things that I am keeping. Hopefully you'll be able to see with the setup. This here is a accordion file folder, and this is all of the cooking ephemera, and let's just take a look at this one thing here to give you an idea. So this is little pamphlets, clippings. This looks like it was ripped out of a wire-bound cookbook or something. This came, I think, maybe not. It looks like something that came out of a newspaper or magazine or something. It has that feel to it. You know, they're just like these little kind of pamphlets. This one is the Francisco Get-Togethers International. I can't even talk this morning. Sorry. But it's those like little pamphlet-y type cooking things. Here is Thrifty Meal Mates by the American Dairy Association. By Highmark, Oriental Wok and Steamer Cookery from the Gourmet Highmark Kitchen. So it's these kinds of things. This is, this was 100 banana recipes. Oh, maybe not 100. 56. I thought it said 100 banana recipes. Maybe not. But lots and lots of recipes with bananas. The cookie book by the Culinary Arts Institute. So 500 tasty sandwiches. I've put all my small stuff in here. To be honest, I may not keep all of these either once I go through, but at the moment I have them all in here. And I'll show you more of what I mean about not keeping them all in a minute, because afterwards I do have a pile that contains like pieces of cookbooks or cookbooks that I've already taken stuff out of that I wouldn't necessarily put on in my shop or in the Maker's Market. But I may just make some like cookbook paper packs or ephemera packs out of them. The next thing I have here, this is very old. I got this at an estate sale. And it's a binder, 3-ring binder. And it has some envelopes and then a lot of handwritten recipes in here. A lot of them are falling out. And the paper is pretty fragile, but I can either use it for collage. Oh, whoops, let me bump that. Or I can reinforce one side of it and still use it as a page in a ring-bound journal. And then in the back, they have these like craft paper pages with like cutouts that have been glued in here. So all kinds of cool ephemera. So I did decide to keep this. This is a 12 by 12 project box, and this has a lot of like loose papers from cookbooks that I took apart, as well as in here I also have all of my different kinds of recipe cards that I've been collecting. I did set aside some of them, like I said, if I'm going to put together some cookbook or ephemera, cooking ephemera packs. So yeah, a lot of different pages that I've taken out. There is also a cookbook cover, just the cover, that was falling apart. More ephemera and things like that. Clippings. So that's this. If I can get it closed. There we go. This large thing here is a Betty Crocker recipe card library container with a whole bunch of these Betty Crocker recipe cards, all vintage. And again, this is another one of those things that I will probably go through and take some of these out to include in some packs because I do not need all of these. I do have another one of these containers. It's not Betty Crocker, it's a different company. It's the one that makes the very long, like the very wide recipe cards. It's more modern, and it's not here. I think it's in my car, but I will be also like breaking that apart as well. This is something that I got this summer at a yard sale, Martha's Cookbook. And it's very interesting because it opens up kind of like a calendar. Has all kinds of interesting advertisements in it, as well as the recipes. So I have plans for that. I do have these, which if you saw, I did do a haul and showed some of these. They came from a large, I think it was like a church rummage sale. And I did end up finding like a huge box of books. And these were some of them. I've taken probably less than half to keep. And then the rest are going to go in my shop. This McCall's Cookie Collection book, just because I could not part with these really awesome illustrations that are in here and pictures. They're just so sweet. So I did keep this one. I had a bunch of these gifts in a jar books, but I ultimately just decided to keep one of them because I didn't need so many. I believe like the 2 or 3 other ones that I had, I did send to the transfer station, but they have like the recipe here, you know, like there's 3 different copies of this. They're the, you know, you would put the gifts in a jar and then you would just send this with the jar as the instructions. But I love that each one of them has this blank space on the back. And if you cut these apart, they would make really great little journaling cards. So I did keep one of those. And I do apologize for the lighting, but this is what I have to work with today. Sorry. And I had a ton of these old cookbooks. I did not keep all of them. A few of them went back to the transfer station, and some of them are going to go in my shop. But I loved the font of this one, the Watkins cookbook. This is copyright 1945. And I find a lot of really old cookbooks, and I come across them a lot. Some of them look amazing. Some of them look very plain. This one is on the plain side, except for the fact that I love the font. So I did keep this. This World of Good Eating Recipes from Around the World. This I definitely kept because of the illustrations in it. Let me hold it down far enough so you can see. Little sketches, and then each like chapter or section has, you know, like a full color illustration. Very cute. So I did decide to keep that one. The Old Farmer's Almanac Colonial Cookbook. I feel like I have 2 of these. And I don't know if I already sent the second one back or if it's somewhere in here. If I do find it, it will be going in my shop, the second copy. I don't even know if I want to like cut this up or just keep it in my collection, to be honest. I love looking at old historical recipes. So, and especially since this one is like more New England-y. I may just keep this around. It's got a lot of interesting, as well as the recipes, it has some interesting information in it on some of the pages. So, yeah. This is Ateco Simplified Cake Decorating. This is whoops. Copyrighted in America. That's not a year. Sorry, I thought I kept missing the year. So I'm not sure, the copyright might be in the back, but it's got these great images in here of, you know, piping different flowers and different techniques. So very cool. And I love that they all have like a great black background. Makes them very interesting. And has some of these great pictures of finished cake tops. So that one's staying. I do have 2 of these, so one of them is definitely going in my shop. This is the Rumford Complete Cookbook. This one is 1938. I believe the other one is like maybe 1942 or somewhere in the 40s. But again, just really nice and old. It's got a lot of black and white pictures in here. But mostly I just love it for the old aged pages. This is a 3-ring binder. 1996. It's not like super old, but I do love that it just has these interesting recipe pages in it. And then it has these dividers that have pockets. So this will be a great base for a 3-ring recipe binder journal. This is extremely old. It's called Every Homemaker's Cookbook, and it's very beat up. It's all taped up here. I don't know. I don't know what it's completely written over. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but there's notations everywhere in this cookbook. It's got great aged paper. And it's got a lot of stuff in the back here, all completely written on. And then the back is all written on. So I don't know. I thought maybe I could just take some great ephemera out of this. This like doesn't look super exciting on the outside, at least not to me. But when I opened it up, it has a lot of great illustrations and images in here. The graphics are really funny and interesting, and it's definitely coming apart. But I like that. May keep some, may put some in the packs that I, cross my fingers, are going to make. This is just the cover and fly paper. If I could get it open. And this was the Food Yearbook of Agriculture, 1959. I do have the guts of this book still. And again, I'll probably put some of that in the paper packs. I have this famous New England recipes book. I loved these little images in here. And yeah, really cool. This is a Badger Farms Creamery calendar, actually. And I still haven't decided. I mean, I like this cover. Could definitely go in a cookbook journal. I don't know if the calendar pages inside would particularly work, but we'll see. This is the Guide to Distinctive Dining, recipes from famous restaurants. And I just love it because you've got like pictures of these eateries. They're very old. They're from all over. The paper is really awesome. It's very nice and thick paper. So yeah, I may take this apart, keep some of it, send some of it in Happy Mail. The Country Inn Cookbook. It's already been, had the staples removed. But again, this is one of those that has famous recipes from like established and famous old restaurants. Oh, hang on. Sorry, my daughter's alarm clock was going off. So, that's that one. This is very old. You can see there's a bunch of tape all on the spine, but this is Betty Crocker's Dinner for Two cookbook. And I liked the graphics inside. It is coming apart. So again, this one may end up, part of the pages stay with me, part of them going into the paper packs. This, I still haven't, like, this is so old and broken. I haven't decided if I'm keeping it yet. I kind of want to. It's from Sturbridge, the Sturbridge Kitchens, which is a very historical area of New England. So yeah, so far I'm keeping it. This is the Betty Crocker's New Good and Easy Cookbook. Absolutely love this one. Would love to turn this into a cookbook journal in the future for sure. This is one that I purchased from a live sale. I think this was from Carol at A Crinkled Path. And absolutely loved this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is definitely going to become a journal. This is huge. The inside pages would have to be like 8.5 by 11. Like these pages right here that are included to write your recipes on, those are 8.5 by 11 pages. But it's got great little dividers. And I figured this would be so fun to do a journal in as well. As you can see, I've got quite a few journals ahead of me. This is a Better Homes and Gardens new cookbook. It is just the outside. It's just the binder. When I see these and they're in, like, I don't want them to look new, but when they're in this like semi-vintage state, I definitely pick them up. The Farmer's Wife cookbook, which is really cute because it's full of all these little graphics in here. Great pictures and Little bits of information. Very cute. Love the cover. I had 2 of these Cutco cookbooks. So one of them is going in my shop. This is the second one. They're exactly identical. But they're really great. Lots of fun little graphics in here. Lots of colors. Very fun. Almost done, guys. This is another one of those like little 3-ring binders that you could put together yourself. They've got some blank pages for putting your recipes on, as well as these little pocket dividers. Another one, as you can see, I kind of collect these, I guess. So we do have some dividers in the front, and then the blank recipe pages, and then these white pocket dividers as well. So I figure with as many as I have, I can divide them up and kind of have them a little bit varied when I put them together. This is one of the first kind of cookbooks that I got when I was starting out. I love this, the Margaret Redkin Pepperidge Farm cookbook, and it is full of all kinds of interesting graphics throughout the cookbook. Lots and lots of fun stuff in here. I do have a bunch or a few of these kind of not Betty Crocker, sorry, Better Homes and Gardens, like large format books like this. I did only keep the holiday cookbook and special occasions because I just love the graphics so much. The photography, the colors, and the meat cookbook. These were the 2 that I kept. So I have, yeah, this one's not in like super great condition either. It's very dirty, yellowed, it's got some staining, but there's enough in here that I can do stuff with that I wanted to keep it. This is Betty Crocker's Picture Cookbook. This is one of the newer editions. It looks like it's in great shape. 5-ring binder. It's in great condition. Nothing vintage looking about it except the graphics inside. I love this cover just on its own, but it's the Ida Bailey Allen's Money Saving Cookbook. Again, it's just a very, very vintage cookbook. I like the vintage font that's in it. This was from 1940. And then last of all, The Heart of the Home, Susan Branch, Notes from a Vineyard Kitchen cookbook, because just gorgeous. Love, love, love the images in this. And a lot of really fun recipes as well. So that's that. I will change things around and I'll show you the ones that are going to go into my shop. So here I'm going to show some of the stuff that is going to be coming to my shop / the Maker's Market very soon. I did have a bunch of these kind of like little pamphlet cookbooks. This was 150 delectable dessert recipes. And they just have a lot of these great black and white food images in them. So desserts, pies and pastries. poultry and game birds. Sunday night suppers. 2,000 useful facts about food. Has lots of nutritional information and different interesting facts. Breads, biscuits, and rolls. And 250 ways to serve fresh vegetables. So there's 7 of those. This is the second Cutco cookbook from the Cutco Cutlery brand. It does have a little bit of writing in front. This is copyright 1961. It does have some fun little graphics sprinkled all the way through this cookbook. This one that I am passing on is the New Joys of Jello Gelatin Recipe Book. I did get this semi-recently. I do just love how cute it is with all this Jello, and then they've got little facts that have this like flourishes around them. Great, you know, vintage retro pictures. All kinds of really cool stuff, but I am going to put that in my shop. This one's called the Sunday Sampler Cookbook, and I love the cover. The cover is amazing looking. It's really cute. And for some reason, I thought the inside was going to be like with samplers, but not so much. It does have some little graphics sprinkled throughout, but it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. For some reason, I thought it was going to be more like sampler themed. So this one is going in my shop. I do have this Better Homes and Gardens casserole cookbook. I decided not to keep all of them because I had quite a few. So, I'm sorry, I know you can't see all of that. Lots better photos when it's actually listed. This is the Rumford Complete Cookbook. This, I believe, is from the 40s. Great, like it's not deeply patinaed, but it does have a patina on the pages. They are like a nice vintage color. This one I am getting rid of. This is the Betty Crocker Guide to Easy Entertaining, and it's wicked cute. I got this past summer at a garage sale. It says the copyright is 1959, but I am pretty sure this was reprinted sometime in the 2000s. And when I got this, it was still wrapped in its plastic wrap. But this has like all kinds of interesting graphics in it. Really, really cute. It's adorable. But not time constraints, but space constraints being as they are with storage, I do have to make some hard choices to let some of these go. So, very, very cute. I have a couple of these Gooseberry Patch cookbooks. This one is Almost Homemade. And it's wicked cute. Everything that you would expect from Gooseberry Patch. They are beloved for a reason. Great recipes, great graphics. Very sweet. And then a second one, I have this Fall Family and Friends. Lots of interest on every page. Great fun graphics. I love these. This is the Better Homes and Gardens Favorite Ways with Chicken. Turkey, duck, and game birds. But look at that. These pictures are really, really awesome in here. Again, like some of these do have some staining on a few of the pages. You can tell that they were well loved. This one is Cooking with Cheese. These have like a great patina on them. I don't know if you can tell, but the edges of these pages, yeah, definitely have like a very pretty patina. So there's that one. And then last of all, we have the Betty Crocker's Picture Cookbook. On here, I think it's pen. I don't know if you'll be able to get it out. It says 1950, 36 years in 1986. Wow, it's definitely been well beyond 1986. So the only thing is the first page, the title page with the copyright, is detached, but it is still included in the book. I love the intro because it's got all these great, interesting retro graphics. This is such a fun one, but I do have this already in the 5-ring binder, so I didn't think I needed to have it in hardback as well. So really cute though. And then one page of the index. It's here, it's just been detached for some weird reason. But yes, and somebody lovingly inscribed some words here in the back. So those are the things that are going to be coming to the Makers Market / my Etsy shop very soon. And then last of all, I'm going to just show you some stuff that I pulled out that'll probably end up being in the paper packs when they come out. So these are like the things that are going to be hopefully ending up in some paper packs, some cookbook paper packs, or ephemera packs, or whatever I decided to label it as. This is Deceptively Delicious by Jessica Seinfeld, and there's still a ton of pages in here. Each page has cute like little graphics, and it switches up the colors, you know, all throughout. So lots and lots of fun stuff here. The pictures are very well done. So that'll probably be taken apart for that. This is the General Foods Kitchen Cookbook. And this I've completely taken, you know, the book block apart. I don't know where the copyright page is per se, but lots of great pictures still in here. Oh, here we go. 1959. Lots of these great pages. Again, this is one of those cookbooks that has a lot of fun graphics in it. Kind of those monochromatic images. Lots and lots of cookbook pages itself as well. So I've kind of taken out some of the things that I wanted, and then these are perfect to put together. And there's a lot of pages in here too. This is the Better Homes and Gardens Encyclopedia of Cooking, Volume 1. Again, as you can see, it's been taken apart. I've removed some of the pages that I wanted, but there are lots and lots still left in here. Very fun. This one is, did I say the copyright? No, because I don't think the copyright page is still in here. Better Homes and Gardens Pies and Cakes. Some, like, I'll get rid of a page like this that's really, really soiled. But lots of fun stuff still left in here. This, I believe, was that, is it Lowry's? It's the cover that I had taken apart. Lowney's or Loney's cookbook. 1912. So I do have some of these antique cookbook pages. Again, just great old patinaed pages. The older ones, they don't tend to have like exciting graphics in them, but these are perfect to cut apart and use as collage. Those come together really nice. They also make just great bases to use for like tags or pockets or all kinds of stuff. You know, old paper, old paper is great for bases. These are some of those pages out of that 3-ring binder. Figured those would be fun to include. There's also these white ones that came out of one of the other binders. This is the Service Cookbook by Miss Ida Bailey Allen. It's quite old. This is 1933. And it has a unique format, which I thought was interesting. With the title of the recipe, you've got your ingredients and then your recipe here, and then it's the opposite way on the other side. So this is the title of these recipes, your ingredients, and your instructions. So very cool. This is a cute little ladybird leader book entitled Fruit. I took a few pages out of here when I made my lemon journal, but there's lots of great pages here still on different fruits. I also have just some book guts, I guess, from these 5-ring binders. These are from ones that I've made already, and I just had more of the book guts. This one is great because it's from a very vintage Better Homes and Gardens cookbook. There's also some pages here that I had collaged on that I had started using and never actually used in that particular cookbook. This one is called Casseroles, Casseroles, Casseroles. And what's really cool about this one is the font inside. Beautiful calligraphy on these recipes. So I thought that would add some interest. This is the book block from that Yearbook of Agriculture, 1959. And there's a lot of like tables and charts in here to do with different things in agriculture and food. So I thought some of these might be interesting to add in. And then I have a whole stack of different kinds of recipe cards that I've collected, and I just didn't need all of them. We've got vegetable ones here. I did include some of these that I think was this from a swap carol, or it could have been a purchase that I made on one of the live sales, actually. So I had a few extra of those I included. These ones are great because they're the fold down kind. And then these big ones that are double-sided that have little honeybees on them that are really cute. So that's what I've got so far. I may further go through and weed out more stuff to put in these paper packs, these bundles. But that's what I have. I did end up finding this big envelope full of some other ephemera and digitals that I'll have to put in this box as well. More kitchen-y stuff that will be going. And I do have like some stickers and paper packs, but they must be deep in my craft room. So as I go through, I'll pull those out, and whatever fits in here, and whatever doesn't, we'll have to go somewhere else. Yeah. So the de-stashing will continue, the un-thrifting, whatever you want to call it. And I'll try to make some more videos as I go along. So you can see, maybe you would not quite have made the same decisions as I did, and that's okay. Everybody's a little bit different. But you'll see maybe a peek into my mind as to what things I was able to let go, what things I still want to hold on to, and what plans I have for journals in the future. So thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless. Bye.